So in this video, guys, I'll be showing you how I'm be doing hyperlapse on this video, and the concept itself is pretty self-explanatory. It is a moving time lapse with a bunch of photos, and I'm gonna show you exactly how you do this in the real world. And because today is a really sunny day, I'm gonna put on this. If you haven't watched that video, check that out in the link description below. But this is an ND filter. And now, I'll be showing you exactly the concepts and the settings that you will need to create a cinematic hyperlapse. And of course, I'm using my Nikon Z50. And now, we're outdoors and I'm going to show you how to do this hyperlapse. So guys, today we'll be doing the hyperlapse. And what a hyperlapse is, if you don't understand, it is essentially a time lapse, but instead of the environment moving, you're moving with the environment. So how I'll be doing this is I'll be taking photos in portrait mode, and then I'll be taking one step, and then taking a photo, and then another step, and then taking a photo. And the thing with these hyperlapses is that it's really time consuming. You have to find a focal point that has even framing. So right now, for example, we're going to be doing this tree, these three trees. I'll be focusing on the middle tree and taking one step each time. One step each time, photo, 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 and that's just step one of doing the hyperlapse. So right now on my Nikon, I have to switch to photo mode. And then what I'm also going to do is you have to make sure your white balance is set at a certain white balance. So if you go auto, it's going to change, and that's going to mess up your entire time lapse. So right now I'm going to change it to direct sunlight, AFS, so meaning every half press. I'm going to press the center button to hold on my focus, and then, as you guys already know, if you haven't watched the other video, watch that first. But this is an ND filter, necessary because you will be not able to shoot your cinematic hyperlapse if it was being filmed in this harsh sunny weather. Although it's not steady, you can sort of like that. And then what you do, because it's not completely stable, I put it in After Effects, track motion, that specific point, and then I put that into Premiere, and it should be really stable. And the more shots you do, of course, the more smooth it will be. The more steps you'd be, it's faster, but it's gonna be like more stop motion Lego style versus more smooth cinematic. So what you want to do is, now that you have taken all your photos, you go to File, wait for the drop down menu to appear, go to Import, and then you want to find all your photos that you just took. Make sure Image Sequence is clicked, click Open, and then Adobe Premiere will make a video format of all the photos that you have just taken. So as you can see right here is our little hyperlapse that we took, and it is one file, right? So this is what it looks like. And looking back in hindsight, if you were to take more time to doing these hyperlapse, tripod would be most recommended, as well as making sure precisely where you are aiming with your focus point. As you can see, it is a little jittery. But for demonstration purposes, I hope this is to demonstrate the best way that you can do a hyperlapse. So right here, that is your hyperlapse. It also depends on your settings. So as you can see, it's a little shaky. So what you can do is go into your effects panel, search warp stabilizer, drag and drop that straight onto your clip, and let warp stabilizer do its thing. Now warp stabilizer has finished. As you can see, it's a lot better. If you want it to be a little bit more smooth, you can bump it up to maybe 65% smoothness. So if you're shooting in at 24 frames per second, what that means is you need 24 photos. So if you want 2 seconds, you need approximately 49 or 24 times 48 photos. So if you want 3 seconds, you need to times that by 3. But here is how you do that hyperlapse. To make it a little bit more cooler, what you can do is speed duration, reverse speed. Now you have a little in and out. To fix this, because I put the warp stabilizer on it, all you need to do is X that, nest this, apply warp, and now you have a little zoom in and out with the hyperlapse. And guys, that is exactly how you do this hyperlapse effect. You have to wait a little bit as this will render. And there is another workaround or hack that you want to have it a little bit more stable. Is all you do is you hold Alt, duplicate this, right click, replace with After Effects composition. Next is you can go into track motion, making sure you have your tracking points, but that is much more of an advanced tutorial. If you guys want that full tutorial, let me know in the description below, but I will let you guys do that with the track points and track motion to get even more smooth. But for the basics of this tutorial, I just want to show you guys within Premiere Pro, warp stabilizer, and making sure you have the best settings on your camera, and all the settings are really, constant. And that is the simplest and easiest way to do a hyperlapse.